We're pressing MoDOT for answers after yesterday's winter storm left major highways across the metro gridlocked for hours. MoDOT says they weren't able to pre-treat because the storm came in earlier than expected. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kelly Jackson.
And I'm Mike Bush. Now, one state lawmaker is calling the response a public health crisis and pushing for new legislation aimed at MoDOT's leadership. 5 on your side's Megan Kernan is live in the storm tracker asking why more wasn't done before the snow hit. Megan.
Mike and Kelly, right now we are on Interstate 64 westbound near Brentwood Boulevard. Now we're still waiting for answers from MoDOT. I've been contacting the department since 10 a.m. I've called, texted, and emailed to get more clarity on why the roads weren't pre-treated. I was told that Bob Becker, the maintenance engineer, did not have time to interview. Now, the roads, as you can see, are looking clear. Yesterday, the highway was a standstill, though. MoDOT says they were caught off guard and didn't have crews out early. But tonight, we're holding them accountable for why.
Our expectation was this was coming in 4 o'clock this afternoon. So we didn't get out there.
By early afternoon on Monday, that timing miss turned I-70 and other major interstates into miles-long backups with crashes and stalled traffic.
The storm came in several hours sooner than expected.
In a new statement Tuesday, MoDOT said it treated roads over the weekend and was working to apply additional treatment Monday when the snow moved in. Then they pivoted to snow removal. MoDOT declined our request for an interview, so we emailed them asking if there was any breakdown in communication with the National Weather Service and what changes they plan to make before the next storm. As of airtime, MoDOT has not answered those questions. Now, State Senator Nick Schroer calls Monday's response a public health crisis.
Well, why no pre-treatment? Why no treatment at all? Even around, 12 o'clock, if you were expecting for a 3 p.m. storm, why no treatment whatsoever? And this is a sad story that we hear time and time again.
Schroer says he's drafting 2 bills. One will give voters a say over how MoDOT spends its money, and another to make it easier for drivers to take the department to court when they believe negligence led to crashes or damage.
I think that we should start writing a book about MoDOT dropping the ball every single year that we can read on New Year's Day when they drop the ball. Because it's
Now, in their statement from earlier, MoDOT says all available crews have been working around the clock since yesterday and that roads will keep improving as plows and salt trucks cycle through. Across the river, though, IDOT also did not pre-treat the roads yesterday, saying leftover chemicals from the weekend actually worked against them once sleet started coming down. Live in the Storm Tracker, I'm Megan Kernan, 5 on your side.
Another weather impact alert day is coming, this time for the cold. Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell breaks it down.
You know, it's cold today, but we're talking temperatures that are going to struggle here as we go into Thursday to get back to 20 degrees. Here is that Arctic air as it's going to be surging our way, coming out of Canada. This time, though, it is moving over mostly snow-packed areas, and we have snow on the ground, too. So by Thursday morning, we're down to 14 degrees, but wind chills will be down into the single digits, both above and below zero for many of us, including in the metro area. And at noon, we're just back to 19 degrees. That snowpack definitely has an impact, and we're the 3rd snowiest start to the season so far in St. Louis. That 3.8 inches yesterday was not only a record for the day, but that brings us up to 10.2 inches so far this season. Again, that's the 3rd highest on the chart this early on. All day Thursday, wind chills in the morning near zero, and then hats, gloves, coats. You're going to need it all on Thursday. All the winter weather gear, you can bundle up. Kelly?
All right, Scott. St. Louis City is extending its code blue protocols ahead of the extreme cold that will arrive, as Scott said, on Thursday. Emergency shelters like Peter and Paul and Biddle will stay open through 9 o'clock Friday morning, offering hundreds of beds. Bi-State Development is also offering free shuttles to shelters for those who need them. City leaders say the coordinated effort helps keep everyone safe during winter weather.